Hi, Mario and Claire here again. We're doing sliders today. I've got about 2.5 pounds of meat, a pound of ground beef, and a pound and a half of pork. We're actually going to get 2 dishes out of this. So we're going to mix this up, and then we'll talk about the spices we put together. So I've got my gloves on just so it makes it a little bit easier to deal with. We don't want to overwork things, but we do want to mix it all together so it's all incorporated, mixed in. When we make our sliders or meatballs for that matter, we try not to put a lot of extra fillers in it. We try not to overdo it with a lot of breadcrumbs. Certainly fine, but just really mixing it together, trying to get it as evenly distributed as we can. And then as we kind of bring it all together, the other thing that comes in handy is working with the meat while it's cold. As it warms up, it starts to get a lot stickier. And again, another good reason to use gloves, just so you can kind of work through it a little bit easier. Seems to get getting mixed in together fairly well. We've got a pretty good ball of it now. So we're just gonna kind of split it in half-ish. Eyeball it there. We're going to take half and set that aside for another dish we're going to work with later. So what I've done, so now we've got about you could say it's a pound and a quarter. I've got about a half to a quarter, actually it's more like a quarter, about a quarter of chopped onion and 1 clove of garlic diced up very finely. We're going to throw that in. I've got about a half a teaspoon of turmeric, about a teaspoon of salt, about a half a teaspoon of paprika, the same of cayenne, and some black pepper. So we're going to put all of that in this mixture. I kind of like to throw a little bit of spice in there, different flavors, and obviously you can put in whatever flavors that make you want to use, right? You can make it a little bit more spicy, a little less, whichever way you like to do it, whatever way is going to fit with your family. That's kind of the whole point. But making these sliders ahead of time in preparation for the weekend, we can have rolls set up for our sons, because my wife and I are spending a lot more time working on our protein intake and less carbs. By doing the small sliders, we can measure things out a little bit better and just focus on having a good quality burger, if you will, a small burger, without worrying about having a whole lot of extra carbohydrates mixed in with it. So now we've got that pretty well mixed together, and we'll just form up some small balls. We'll roll those up, and then we'll smash them out a little bit. When we come back, then we'll be putting these very small little sliders out on the grill, and we'll talk about that. See you in a minute. Hi, Mario and Claire here. We're going to go ahead and finish doing those beef and pork sliders. We've got our Junior Elite cranked up here from Treager, but inside, to add a little bit more heat, we have the grill grate. I'm really pleased with this product, and nobody's paying me for that. Really great because it adds about another 100 degrees of temperature. But what's awesome is I can flip them over. You can see the grates down here at the bottom. Well, I've got them flipped over so they're on top, because these little sliders are a little too small and they may fall into those grates. But now it's basically like a big griddle. And with the holes in there, any kind of fat will drip out just like it would before. And I can get all of these out here, and that entire surface is hot all the way across. Super nice for this kind of scenario. A little burn there on the edge. Get all of these out. And they will cook up nicely and very quickly. We'll show you what they look like when they take them off. It's been about 10 minutes and I flipped the sliders. It's only been about 5 minutes later and they are, wow, ready to go. The awesome thing about these grill grates, when you press it down right, and the nice also because it's a pellet grill, no flame ups. But the grates have these little holes so any grease will go down, follow the same path into the catch bucket. But these guys are hot and ready to go. Go inside nice and juicy because they have that great pork inside of there. It'll fit really nice in those little buns. Or again, we can put this on lettuce leaves. Close that up. Love the grill grates, and these are going to be tasty. All right, hey everybody. We've had a busy afternoon cooking a lot of different dishes, and they really came out great. So we're all ready for the week ahead. Good proteins, good vegetables. These little pork and beef sliders. Oh, so good, so flavorful, excellent. The asparagus, awesome, great texture. They came out in a perfect amount of time. I have always loved zucchini, and I love the smoky flavor that comes into those things. Now let's try these carrots out. Soft, chewy, sweet, and smoky. An excellent way to cook all of these vegetables on a wood-burning Treager. Best ever. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time.